Hey, well, welcome to the Motorbike Show and welcome to hopefully a glorious ride round Oxfordshire. As well as being my home county, it's one of the most delectable in England. Lush countryside, ancient villages and towns, and endless roads that crisscross beautiful agricultural land. So I'm going on a bijou post-lockdown jaunt that'll take me from the small village of Hambleden through Henley to the historic market town of Wallingford, before finishing up at Oxford to be presented with an honorary degree for services to motorbiking. Some hope. So that's where we're going, but what are we going on? Yes, you guessed it, one of the most famous dual sport bikes of the modern era, the Honda Africa Twin. It's got more grunt than a raging water buffalo and more protection than a Panzer tank. This is the latest model, the CRF 1100L. Perfect for conquering the Kalahari or pootling along the A454. But before we enjoy that pleasure... Oh yeah. So look, as ever before we head off, thought I might have a little scoot round Hambleden. It's a medium-sized village of some 1,500 people, and it's so old that it was even listed in the Doomsday Book. Oh, stunning, man. Hey, I love a hollyhock, know what I mean? Hambleden dates back to the 14th century, and it actually means crooked hill. But now, I tell you, a foreign tourist coming here, they would imagine that this is the quintessential English village. It's got a church, a war memorial, and dozens of cute cottages. Isn't it absolutely lovely? And I found something. Oh yeah. This is the quintessential village garage. Mate, hello, I'm Henry.
I'm Brad.
Hello, Brad. I've got to tell you, right, this place has got to be the ultimate English village, but I don't care because most importantly, there is an old garage. How long have you been here, Brad?
Yeah, 22 years.
22 years?
Yeah, I've lived in the village all my life.
Oh, hang on a second. What are those there, Brad? Brad is clearly a man of impeccable taste who has amassed many trinkets, which I covered straight away. Come over here, look. Brad, look at that. Do you know how lovely that is?
It's been here a few years.
Has it? You don't want to sell that?
Not yet.
What are those there under the covers? Look, I can see a wheel. Is that a BSA?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, BSA 500 Royal Star.
Is that for sale?
No.
Oh, there you go. Isn't it just wonderful? The minute I walk into a place like this, I feel at home. Hey, with kindred spirits spannering on vehicles who might just sell me an oil can. No, Brad, look, take it, right? Take it, right? I have now not seen it at all and I need to get on with the ride. And off we go, heading for Wallingford via Botswana and East Tanganyika. The last time I rode one of these was actually in South Africa, and I tell you one thing, it doesn't feel any lighter. You try and push this if you've run out of fuel in the Kalahari, right? That is proper heavy. And all these dual sports suffer from that. They seem to want to get bigger and bigger, and I genuinely, just for me as a biker, right, don't quite understand that. But actually, the minute you get on this bike, it becomes so light. It's unbelievable. It's only when you're pushing it into the garage or pushing it for miles if you ran out of petrol on Highway 1 in the States or something that you'll really know how heavy it is. But it is blisteringly quick as well. Hey, look. Hey, well, welcome back to my little ride through the Oxfordshire countryside, going from the little village of Hambleden down to Oxford. My steed for today is an Africa Twin. You know what, these bikes, they've never been my cup of tea. Only because, you know me, I like the old bikes, you know. But this thing initially is remarkably flickable, seeing as it's so heavy and controllable at slow speed. For a bike that is so tall. The other thing you're supposed to do is stand up, aren't you, like that? You're supposed to be giving it the massive, as if you were crossing the Kalahari, eh? So, I have to tell you, man, that is lovely standing up. Obviously, they've done a lot of research into how this bike works when you're standing up on it. But you're leaning forward, holding on with your knees. That's lovely. Already this road's beginning to delight. Oh man, beautiful, those walled gardens, all manicured hedges. I bet you there's some moon around here, son, know what I mean? After a few miles, I'm really starting to settle into the ride, though I'm still not quite sure what all the buttons do. One thing I would say is the electricity on this motorcycle is ridiculous. I reckon if I found the right button, it would make me a cappuccino. And talking of electro-trickery... Hey, well, welcome back to my ride through the Oxfordshire countryside. And we're just coming into Wallingford on this divine little bridge across the River Thames. So far, I have to tell you, the ride's been joyous. A little bit congested, but this Africa Twin takes on anything, let me tell you. Oh yeah, beautiful, man. So we're coming into Wallingford, and we'll have a quick wander about. Wallingford is one of those towns whose fortunes have ebbed and flowed like the river that runs through it. Built by Alfred the Great, invaded by William the Conqueror, blown up by Oliver Cromwell, this town has seen it all. Do you know, up until 1974, Wallingford was in Berkshire, and then the borders changed for some reason, so now it's in Oxfordshire. But wherever it is, I have to tell you, it's a great little market town. There's plenty of shops, seems to be thriving. There's even a lease over there that's been agreed. Huh? Though it has always been a great place to shop, over the years, some of its other institutions have declined. Now, back in the day, right, Wallingford had 10 pubs and 14 churches. Now, it's got 3 churches and 2 pubs, which obviously limits your options for that divine pint. Divine, church, yep, anyhow. But though a lot of it might look English tourist board cute, Wallingford does have a dirty little secret. As museum curator Judy tells me, it's the murder capital of Middle England.
We are the original Corston of Midsummer Murders. There have been other places, I have to admit, but we still are used actually, and we were filming here not very long ago.
But that's not all.
Agatha Christie actually lived here from 1934 till 1976. All those years, they had a home here in Wallingford, just on the outskirts of the town, just over the border into the next parish called Cholsey, which is why she's actually buried in Cholsey churchyard. But she used to shop here in Wallingford. She'd walk round the marketplace. She'd be here for a long time. She actually describes the marketplace in one or 2 of the books, and wow, she must have picked up some of her characters from here.
How cool is that?
It's fantastic.
So you've got a long and illustrious history in murder mystery.
We have indeed. We are the murder capital, really. But we've got a very long history as well.
So there you go, a great place to have a cream tea or get murdered, take your pick. Back on the road to Oxford, I'm just reaching the end of the trip. So this A4074 is a quick road, all right? It's really wide, really predictable, and I can see why bikers love it. guess you got to be very careful to keep within the speed limit now. First time for me, but as I said before, I'll definitely be back. 15 minutes later, I reach my destination, Oxford's answer to the Ace Cafe on the North Circular, where you get an honorary PhD with every plate of egg and chips. The H Cafe here on the Berensfield roundabout. Now, we tell it how it is on the Motorbike Show, okay? And it don't open till 5 o'clock, all right? But it is a major bikers cafe round these parts. They have bike nights like tonight, but generally during the day, especially at weekends, they're open, but just today, as it's Monday, they're not. But please feast your eyes, there's some nice bikes around. I guess the people are waiting to get the front row seats. So look, right, this ride has only been about 30 miles, something like that, on the A4074 and a little bit of other stuff before then out of Hambleden. But remember it, right, Hambleden to here at the H Cafe is a really nice weekend blast. You know what, this whole lockdown thing, you know, even though it's over, I've really discovered some new local rides. You know, I found some in Warwickshire, Hampshire, Stow-on-the-Wold, and right here on this ride. Whatever you do, wherever you live, explore a bit more around your local area. I'm sure you won't be disappointed.